Welcome back to the channel, folks. Today, we've got a courtroom drama straight out of Clayton County that'll have you questioning everything you know about traffic stops. Picture this. A pregnant woman on her way to a hair appointment for her baby shower gets pulled over for following too close and making improper lane changes. The officer says she was weaving dangerously without signaling. She says, "No way, the officer was actually the one tailgating her." Who's telling the truth? The officer with years of training or a mother-to-be defending her driving record? Stick around because this case takes some sharp turns and the judge's final ruling may shock you. Before we get into it, ask yourself, what would you do if a cop claimed you were driving recklessly, but you swore it was the other way around? Let's break it down.
Yes. All right. Mr. Tipton, you may introduce your witness.
Yes, Your Honor. Lieutenant Carey, please state your name for the Zoom call.
Lieutenant Jonathan Carey.
All right. And Lieutenant Carey, how are you currently employed?
Currently the lieutenant for the Clayton County Sheriff's Office Black Hawk Traffic Unit.
And how long have you been with the Clayton County Sheriff's Office?
The Sheriff's Office, probably a little over 2 years.
And you have prior experience before that, correct?
Yes, I was with the Clayton County Police for about 4 or 5 years.
Okay. And during that time, both with the Sheriff's Office and the Police Department, have you been post-certified?
Yes.
Okay. And being post-certified, are you authorized to investigate crimes, issue citations, and make arrests based on your investigations?
Yes, I am.
Okay, then. So I want to bring your attention to March 20th of 2024. Were you working for the Clayton County Sheriff's Department at that time?
Yes.
And were you on duty that day?
Yes, I was.
Okay. Did you at any point in time have occasion to make contact or initiate a traffic stop with a white Chevrolet Trax that was driven by Miss Sydney Steele?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me about what drove you to or what caused you to initiate contact with Miss Steele?
Yes. So during my role during the day, I look for erratic lane changes, reckless drivers, speeders. So while traveling northbound on Bear Boulevard, passing over 48, I was monitoring traffic in my rearview mirror. I observed a white SUV changing several lanes, not giving the public enough notice that she was changing lanes, nor was the vehicle using a turn signal. I observed the vehicle getting closer to me as she was changing lanes. She was also following another vehicle too close. Once she changed from lanes two back to lane one several times, she passed me. I'm sorry, from lane 3 to lane 2, she passed me in lane 3. And that's when I conducted a traffic stop on that vehicle and spoke with the driver. While speaking with the driver, she advised that she was in a hurry to get to Atlanta because she had a hair appointment.
Okay. You stated she didn't use any turn signals. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And what was the basis of the following too close?
She was following another vehicle too close as she was changing lanes.
Based on your knowledge, your training, and your experience, as well as what you observed, was that a safe maneuver for her to make?
No, it was not.
Would a reasonably prudent driver would a reasonably prudent driver have followed that closely?
No. And if that vehicle in front of her would have slammed on the brakes, she would have been at fault, and that definitely probably would have caused an accident.
Okay. And with the improper lane change, was there anything improper? Tell me about what was improper about that lane change besides just the signal.
So when you change lanes, you have to give the public enough notice that you're about to change lanes, which she failed to do.
Okay.
Several times, not just one time.
Okay. So about how many lane changes did you observe?
I believe I observed 3. So she went from the number 3 lane to the number 2 lane, then back to the number 3 lane.
Okay. It's occur in Clayton County?
Yes, it did.
Okay. I have no further questions at this time.
All right, Ms. Steele, did you have any questions?
Now, this is where things get interesting. Miss Steele challenges the officer's testimony head on. questioning how he could possibly judge the distance between her car and the one in front of her. If he was supposedly watching everything through his rearview mirror, then honestly, that's a fair question. But if you've ever driven in heavy traffic, you know how tough it is to gauge exact distances without being right behind someone. Notice how Lieutenant Carey admits he couldn't measure her tire distance, only the bumpers. That's not scientific. It's just a visual estimate. Viewers, what do you think? Should an officer's judgment call alone be enough to convict someone in a traffic case? Drop your thoughts below.
You had to guesstimate
You're less than a car length behind him.
less than a car length.
Correct.
And this was another car and this was not your car?
Correct.
Okay. I don't have any more questions for you.
All right, anything else, Mr. Tipton?
Briefly, Your Honor. Lieutenant Carey, was your view of the car immediately in front obstructed?
No.
Was your view of Miss Steele's vehicle obstructed?
No.
Which lane were you in, sir?
I was in the number 2 lane.
Okay. And which lane did you observe the vehicle in when it was following too close?
Number 3.
Okay. Would you
No.
say that?
No, well, when she was following too close, she was in the number 2 lane as well.
Okay.
She went from the number 3 lane to the number 2 lane, followed the car too close, and then switched back to the number 3 lane.
Okay. Was there were there multiple cars that she followed too close to, or just the one?
Just the one.
Okay. Okay. And so you had an unobstructed view of her front bumper and the rear bumper of the car immediately in front of her, correct?
Correct, by using my side mirror at the time.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. No further questions.
All right,
I do have just one more question.
go ahead.
What was the kind of car that I was driving behind?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Do you remember the color?
No, I don't.
Okay. I don't have any more questions.
All right. Did the state have any additional witnesses to present?
No, Your Honor. State's going to rest this time.
All right, Ms. Steele, did you wish to present evidence and testimony?
Yes.
All right, you understand that you're not required to present any evidence or testimony?
Yes.
All right, you're waiving your right to remain silent in order to offer evidence and testimony?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, raise your right hand for me. You solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true.
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down. Go ahead, tell me what you need me to know.
And here comes the emotional curveball. Miss Steele takes the stand and reveals she was 6 months pregnant at the time of the stop. Imagine the stress of being pulled over when you're not only rushing for a personal milestone, but also protecting the life growing inside you. Her account flips the script. She says the officer was tailgating her so closely she couldn't even see his tires, which, according to driving rules, is a clear indicator that he was the one following too close. This isn't just a technical dispute over turn signals anymore. It's about credibility, safety, and who the jury, or in this case, the judge, chooses to believe. So tell me, if you were in her shoes, would you have fought the ticket or just paid the fine to move on?
And I'm like, he is driving so close to me. Like, he was so close. I could not see his tires. This is why I asked these questions, because in driver's training, they teach you have to at least be able to see the car's tires behind you. So that's how I was able to determine that he was driving too close to me. It was not a car length behind me. So then I'm like, okay. So I put my signal on, get back in the left lane. He gets back in the left lane. So I'm like, what is happening right now? Like, I was so confused as to what's happening. I'm like, am I in his way? What's going on? So then I did get back into the right lane. And when I went to get into the right lane, that's when he turned his light on and pulled me over. And I was confused as to, one, why he chose to do that. Because like I said, I was just confused. And I asked him, why did you pull me over? And he said, are you in a hurry or something like that? And I was like, well, I'm trying to get to my hair appointment because I was going to get my hair done for my baby shower. And he's like, okay, and then asked for my information. And when he came back and told me, one, driving too close, I'm like, how was I driving too close when I pulled up behind you at a red light? So I literally was not driving. You weren't driving. The light was red. And then when the light changed colors, you didn't really take off. So I'm like, okay, let me get out of this man's way because I have somewhere I have to go. And clearly he does not. So that's when I got over. And also, I have a 2024 Chevy Trax. My car, you literally cannot switch lanes without putting your signal on because it will jerk you back into your lane. So for one, I don't change lanes, especially while I was 6 months pregnant, without giving anybody proper notice because I wouldn't want to put myself or my son in danger. And then that's why I also asked, what was the car? Because, there literally was not another car in front of me other than him. And then when I got over, for him to see all of these different lane changes, he was right behind me. And I did switch lanes that many times because he was driving so close up on my bumper to where he was correct. If I would have put on my brakes, he would have hit me in the back of my car.
Okay. Any questions, Mr. Tipton?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Anything else, Miss Steele?
No, ma'am. No, Your Honor.
Okay. Argument?
State will submit on the facts, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Steele, I found you not guilty of the offenses before the court. Each of you are given testimony in this case. Each person has submitted sworn testimony without additional evidence. Neither testimony has greater weight than the other. Therefore, the court is not able to determine beyond a reasonable doubt that you committed an offense in this case and finds you not guilty on both offenses.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Next.
And just like that, the judge delivers the final word, not guilty on both counts. Why? Because without clear evidence beyond a reasonable doubt, the court cannot side with either story. This ruling highlights an important principle of law. When it's one person's word against another's, the burden always falls on the state to prove guilt. If they can't, the defendant walks free. Cases like this remind us how much rides on perception, credibility, and evidence, or the lack of it. So, what do you think? Was justice served here? If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.